Triumph IAS Daily Prelims Practice MCQ is a program that is exclusively designed for CSE 2023 aspirants. In this video discussion, we will discuss UPSC CSE Prelims previous 25-year questions.
Question number 1. Which one of the following is not a feature of value-added tax? Option A. It is multi-point destination-based system of taxation. Option B. It is a tax levied on value addition at each stage of transaction in the production distribution chain. Option C. It is a tax on the final consumption of goods or services and must ultimately be borne by the consumer. Option D. It is basically a subject of the central government and the state governments are only a facilitator for its successful implementation. The correct answer is option D. VAT, being a tax on sale or purchase of goods within a state, is a state subject by virtue of entry 54 of State List of the 7th Schedule of the Constitution of India. Since VAT sales tax is a state subject, the central government has been playing the role of a facilitator for successful implementation of VAT. Question number 2. A rise in SENSEX means? Option A. A rise in prices of shares of all companies registered with Bombay Stock Exchange. Option B. A rise in prices of shares of all companies registered with National Stock Exchange. Option C. An overall rise in prices of shares of Group Up companies registered with Bombay Stock Exchange. Option D. A rise in prices of shares of all companies belonging to a group of companies registered with Bombay Stock Exchange. The correct answer is option C. Increase in SENSEX reflects the overall mood of the economy. A rise in it means that investors and FIIs are positive about the growth of Indian economy and expect that it will be sustained in future. Question number 3. Agricultural income tax is assigned to the state government by Option A. Finance Commission. Option B. National Development Council. Option C. Interstate Council. Option D. The Constitution of India. The correct answer is option D. Art. 269 says taxes on income other than agricultural income shall be levied and collected by the Government of India and distributed between the Union and states. Entry 46 in the State List of 7th Schedule. This gives power to the state governments to impose agricultural income tax. Question number 4. Which one of the following sets of commodities are exported to India by arid and semi-arid countries in the Middle East? Option A. Raw wool and carpets. Option B. Fruits and palm oil. Option C. Precious stones and pearls. Option D. Perfume and coffee. The correct answer is option B. Fruits and palm oil are exported to India by arid and semi-arid countries of Middle East. Question number 5. In the context of Indian economy, which of the following are the purposes of statutory reserve requirements? Number 1. To enable the central bank to control the amount of advances the banks can create. Number 2. To make the people's deposits with banks safe and liquid. Number 3. To prevent the commercial banks from making excessive profits. Number 4. To force the banks to have sufficient vault cash to meet their day-to-day requirements. Select the correct answer using the code given below. Option A. 1 only. Option B. 1 and 2 only. Option C. 2 and 3 only. Option D 1, 2, 3 and 4. The correct answer is option B. The correct answer is 1 and 2 only. Statutory reserve requirement is an instrument to manage liquidity. RBI requires commercial banks to keep reserves in order to ensure that banks have sufficient assets to draw on when account holders want to be paid. Hence, statement 2 is incorrect. The first instrument is the cash reserve ratio, in which is the fraction of their deposits that banks must keep with RBI. Another tool is the statutory liquidity ratio, which requires the banks to maintain a given fraction of their total demand and time deposits in the form of specified liquid assets. When the central bank wants to increase the money supply in the economy, it lowers the reserve ratio. Hence, it enables the central bank to control the number of advances the banks can create. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Reserve requirements are designed as precautionary measures to control the economy and not to stop banks from excessive profit and not to force the banks to have sufficient cash to meet their day-to-day requirements. Hence, statement 3 and 4 is incorrect.